Hi, I'm Gigi,
And I'm Mimi.
and this is Love Island Tea Time.
Love Island Tea Time.
Not in sync today, that's for sure.
Oh God, no.
Mm.
For sure. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking lemon balm.
I'm drinking sweet tangerine because it's supposed to give me positive energy. And my tea bag says, with gratitude, there is no prosperity.
Oh my god, mine kind of says the same thing. What a desolate place would be a world without a flower.
I don't even think those are relevant.
Gotcha.
Okay. I was like, is she okay?
I'm great.
Do you like my mug?
Los Angeles. Yes, you like. Do you like my mug?
It's the same one you've been using for days.
No, it's not. I've been drinking out of Cats Forever, Boys Whatever, so let's get that
Oh,
straight.
sorry. I have recollection of things.
You have
No
what?
recollection. I have
Okay, I
no
was like,
recollection. I had a malfunction.
you
Please
know,
excuse me.
it's okay. We're up early like usual. We're a little wacky like usual, but that's just for funsies. We got a
Yes.
few messages this weekend, I guess you would say, and one of them
Mm-hmm.
was that you guys can't hear any animal noises and extra noises, which is fantastic to know. So we'll stop worrying about that while recording from now on. We just will
Yeah.
keep on rolling. However, I don't know if we'll ever stop mentioning when we're tired. That was the other
Yeah,
part of the
someone was like,
message. It was very lovely. It was like, we're all tired. It's okay. We can't help it though, because sometimes something happens and then you just go, I'm so tired.
yes. And that's the only thing I can blame it on. So anything that happens in this episode, maybe I'll just, as like a disclaimer, anything that happens in this episode, I'm tired.
Instead.
Yeah.
We're great though. We're great though. And you went out last night because of the Mexico game, I assume?
No, actually, I went to a friend's house to watch House of the Dragon,
Ugh.
and then I also watched Love Island USA with her. And I can't wait to record that episode because she made it all the more better. And then I
Oh.
went to see a boy.
Ew. The worst.
I know.
Terrible. I had to watch so much boys on this show. For example, we're getting into it now. If you've survived all that
Okay.
chit chat, we're getting into it. All
Mm-hmm.
3 minutes of that chit chat. Geez Louise. Sometimes I don't even think that I can get as annoyed with these boys, as quickly as I do on this show. But this started already with Julia dragging Kavan because he didn't talk to Charlene about not
Mm-hmm.
sleeping in bed with her. To which I'm like,
Yeah.
what were you doing? I don't know. I just, like, thinking back on it, I'm like, oh yeah, he didn't say anything to her. I just assumed that he did. That's
I
wild.
I did too because I figured that after he basically said my priority is Jazz, I'm sorry for bringing you here, I would think that the assumption is I'm gonna go sleep outside, but maybe she just didn't assume and thought he was still gonna sleep in the bed anyway.
He did it all of Casa Amor. Almost all the other boys did it all of Casa Amor, so
That's true.
why not? And then Aiden pissed me off immediately.
Oh, that he's undateable because he is.
I
Truly.
thought he said that, but I
Sit
wasn't
down.
sure. I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
sure and didn't write that down, but I did write Aiden, shut up in capital letters. The least you can do is make a coffee.
Yeah. Oh, that too. Of just like feeling a little bit bitter because he has to make Martha a drink. And it's just like, the men in the USA are making full-on breakfasts. The
Every
least you
day.
can fucking do is make a coffee or a tea. It's not that hard. You pour the water, you stir some shit up, and then you bring it to the girl. Wow, your life is so hard because of those few extra steps to your morning routine.
Yeah. And yet another day has gone by where neither Kavan nor Simba has made any sort of extra breakfast attempt for the girls that they have totally fucked over and are
Yeah.
still whining and wandering around wanting to be forgiven. And I'm just like, you've done nothing. You've done literally nothing except be
Yeah.
more annoying.
Well, yeah. And it's Angie's annoyed. She was like, strike for Simba having people bring the drink to her instead of him bringing it himself, which is like, grow a pair of balls, bring her the drink. Even if she
Such
pours it on you, take it on the chin.
literally, literally. Um, I'm also over Aiden sabotaging Jasmine and Kavan's relationship, and Jasmine isn't even mad at him for it. She got a bunch of clips of Aiden talking him out of things,
Mm-hmm. At
like
movie
going
night, because movie night
exclusive.
happened.
Yes, I know, finally got movie night. And I guess this is a good time to go into because before movie night started, Aiden was sitting around talking Kevin out of stuff with Jasmine and going, you should talk to Charlene, you should talk to Charlene. Don't give up on Charlene. Da 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what? I mean, not really what, because, Aiden's gonna Aiden. We know he doesn't like Jasmine. We know he hates her.
Yeah.
But like, after all this, like it's just giving me whiplash because then Kevin goes up to Charlene and gets into a whole conversation with her and is like, I cut it off too soon, blah, blah, blah. But Jasmine's still
Mm-hmm.
my priority. And then she's like, well, don't tell me that Jasmine's your priority. Like, I don't want pity chats. And he's like, no, like, but like, I want to talk to you and like pursue things with you. And I'm just like, does he even know what he's saying?
No, and I'm glad that they showed he has a pattern because this literally happens every time that he speaks to Aiden, where he's expressed himself and Aiden's like, no, do this. And then Kevin will go ahead and do it, which Mara brings up a great point of like, think for yourself, like have a brain of your own,
Literally.
because it's giving that. It's literally you, he made the conscious decision to pursue Jasmine and cut things off with Charlene because he knew it was unfair. The second Aiden gets in his ear, he's like, actually, never mind. If you're gonna do that, like if you're gonna, it's just like stand on business and make up your own mind. Not
Truly.
because your older brother, who quote unquote taught you everything he knows, which is not
Is
much, by
nothing.
the way,
It's nothing.
it's like telling you that you should still be enjoying this connection that you clearly don't want.
Yeah.
And it's not fair to Charlene.
No, it's not. Like, let her move on and talk to other people or something. Her time is limited.
Truly.
Let her go flirt with Lorenzo. Let all the girls go flirt with Lorenzo, I guess, or something, or Samraj, something.
I don't know, but Kevin's excuse of not wanting to give Charlene mixed signals, I'm like, I don't know, because the signals are giving mixed. I'm
Exactly.
confused.
Exactly. Um, how about Julia? Oh my gosh, whoa. Oh, apologies. How about Julia approaching Lola again? We
Here's my
got
thing.
a complaint that feels like we have a double standard for Yulia versus Jasmine. I would like to say, I said I don't agree with Priya most of the time. There are other girls we don't agree with. Did say about giving her the benefit of the doubt because we haven't seen the tapes get rolled, but tonight I feel like we saw the tapes get rolled, and the only thing Yulia really seemed to have on Fitzy is that he did say he wanted to test, which I don't feel like that was really a secret. But he does kind of
Right.
like say something, then say an edited version of it later,
Hmm.
which is fair. But I do find it odd that Julia chose to approach Lola again and just try
Yeah.
and tread over the same ground again.
Hmm. Here's my thing. It's like the only argument first to acknowledge um the quote unquote criticism that we received is if any of the other girls were moving in the exact manner that Yulia was moving in, I would still hold them accountable and be like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
That's all I'll say on that, because we made it very clear that we would speak about the Islanders' rights and wrongs, regardless of how we feel about them.
right.
So there's that. I do think now Yulia is pushing it,
Yeah,
because it was made very evident that Lola wanted to finish the conversation and never speak on it again last night. The only thing, like the only conversation that should have happened, and I guess she tried, was an apology um between the two, because you said also last time that it's not a good look for Lola, and it's still not a good look for Lola this episode.
no, but it was funny.
It was
I'm.
funny. I mean,
She said, "I'm not
she's
sorry," and Julie went, "I can tell."
yeah, and I mean, it's fair for Lola to just want to have a normal conversation and not speak about the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah,
So, yes, I think Yulia was trying to make amends, but also she was still trying to get her point across, which, babe, I'm sorry, Lola does not want to hear your point. And
she doesn't.
sometimes you just have to agree to disagree and, you know, just pick and choose your battles when you're in that villa, because it's not like you can escape the person. You still see them all the time.
Yeah,
So, but Lola does have a crazy ass attitude, and she truly doesn't give a fuck. Like, she doesn't. And that's her. Like,
yeah. I
some of
don't
the,
even. Oof, I think that Lola is doing the best thing she can for her, especially in her mind. And not
Mhm.
necessarily that I think she's handling it to the nth degree maximum the best. I think that Lola's just going like, I'm gonna freak out on you. Like
Mhm.
actually. And so she's just going like, I am not gonna have a fight with you. I'm gonna remove myself from the situation unless you want to just have a normal conversation because I don't actually have anything against you. I will sit and be polite and chat, but I'm not going to talk about the thing that you keep trying to bring up to me that I thought that we like wrapped up yesterday morning. Then last night you said it wasn't wrapped up and said a bunch of inflammatory things. And then now you're coming to me in the morning saying you're apologizing, but then saying I was just saying.
Mhm.
And it's like, if someone doesn't want to listen to you, let them just, you know, let them. Let her figure her thing out with Fitzy. I don't love the way she handled everything at movie night either. Think it does
Yeah.
seem kind of sus. Maybe it is giving scam ship now. I don't know. I don't know, but it like it made sense, but it didn't make sense. I thought she would be more upset about him having said that he didn't say he went exclusive too early.
Mhm.
And when that came out in the game and he said I didn't say it, but it was on there. But I guess, she did know he said it because it was on the piece of paper that he
Right.
had said it. Um
Mhm.
Even though he said I didn't say that. So she must have known, like, you must have said it. And he did say, if I did say it was a joke. Um,
Mhm.
but still, I thought she would be a little bit more discerning, or even at least like, we'll talk about it later between us or something. I don't know. Because also maybe she is just doing that thing where she's like, stand by your person in public and then go have a private conversation.
Yeah. Maybe she's doing that, but also I think the girls were more shocked at Fitzy's behavior. Um, and then Yasmin was very much, I don't know the words for it. I want to say like holding Lola accountable to her word of being like, if he picks someone up during the challenge, I'd be really pissed. Then she's sitting there like smiling and being like, everything's okay, la-di-da, and telling the girls it's okay. Like, it's not that deep. We've talked about everything. He's told me everything. I trust him 100%. It's it's a weird dynamic that they have now. Like,
Yeah.
it's giving weird. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is. It's feeling icky to me, especially Lola these days.
Yeah.
Well, Lola and Fitzy are feeling very icky to me. I don't like the way he's moved in the villa.
It's giving head cheerleader and main jock, like for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, and that's icky to me.
Yeah. Totally understand. Totally understand. I agree. It's just something weird. Something weird about it. We'll see how it progresses. Um and I will say about this movie night, I think that there was a lot of context removed.
There was,
There was a
and I was
lot
pissed
of
about it.
context removed. And also, they did just play the clips instead of and give them titles
Mhm.
because they had an order they wanted them to go out in. And so USA, we don't have to flip giant coins and pretend they have to pick a pick. They don't have time for
I
all that.
was right.
It was
That's
really
what I'm
giving they just were
saying.
trying to like steamroll through movie night as fast as they could because it really was about 10, 12 minutes of episode and then it was movie night.
Mhm. Which is how it should have been.
Yeah, and they still didn't get through all of it. So I'm curious. I'm very curious what else is gonna be going. Um oh, but before the last bit of movie night thing, Simba, Simba, Simba. And this will roll into his movie night clips. I don't even I just know that conversation with Mara got so heated so fast. And he was losing it, going like, I don't have a girlfriend. I haven't committed adultery. Come on, Simba.
Yeah,
Come
it
on.
it just wasn't a good look for him. I mean, yet again, and
About
when
to
you
say.
have Amara being like, "You're just irritating. Your aura is irritating." Like, just reading him for Phil. She already had said her piece last night. I really didn't understand the point of him pulling her for a chat either. I was like, "What are you doing? I
Yeah,
thought you ended this."
I thought maybe he was trying to start things again and be like, actually, I ended it too soon. And then he was not doing that. He was just reiterating that it was over. And then she was reiterating that it was 24 hours and you didn't really give her a chance and you're an asshole.
Yeah, and he seemed to be looking to her to gain sympathy.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. Of it's again his like, "Woe is me, I fucked up, feel bad for me, please." When it's like, no, you made your bed, lie in it. She's not. he- He's got the wrong girl to be like, feel bad for me. Mara's like, I'm not gonna feel bad for you one bit. You know exactly what you did.
Yeah. The wrong two girls. The girl he's coupled up,
Honestly,
the girl he wants to be coupled up with, I guess, Angie, not gonna feel bad. Mara's not gonna feel bad because you just totally wasted her time. You didn't need to bring her back. Whole
not at
situation.
all.
And um she's Louise. But I did love her going fist bump, and then she went, except air fist bump, because I'm not even gonna touch you. And I was like,
Yeah, like
yes,
I don't even want to touch you
drag him.
because he asked for a hug at first, which is crazy work.
What's with all these men and this like physical attention that they don't deserve or have to have and just asking for it instead of like
No
just reading the
idea.
room? Can I get a kiss? Can I get a hug?
They can't
Like,
read. There's a literacy crisis. Maybe that's only for the US.
oh. And so that goes into his clips, which I think they were pretty nice. And surely there must be more to his stuff because or
I
I
think
guess
there
that they did
is.
it mixed in with Mika and made it about Mika, which Mika, you do move weird. You have moved weird. I had someone in public be
Yeah.
like, "Who's your favorite Islander?" And I was like, "Jasmine." And they were like, "Yes, me too." And they're like, "But what about Mika also?" And I was like, Mika's been doing some stuff that has me, like, because she keeps doing things over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, hmm, okay, Mika.
You know what took me for surprise is when they played Mika's clips, and then she did say that it was early for boundaries, and I felt dumb as hell because I was like, wait a second. I don't think she
However,
said that. I was so adamant about like,
I think, again, that they took context. I could have sworn that he brought it up and then he made it, but he also made it seem like it was Angie's thing.
yeah, well, there's that, but I did my argument was for the longest time that she never said that it was him trying to make drama or
Yeah.
whatever. And I looked and felt so dumb. So I apologize to the
Ah,
listeners. I can apologize and know when I'm wrong.
well, I'll just say, I was just like, he's stupid because it was his idea in the first place. So to go up to Angie and be like, it is kind of early for boundaries, that was his idea. And also, like, it was just him being so close to figuring out how she deserved to be treated and then just not doing it and then just immediately taking it back.
Mm-hmm. I do.
So,
I do think Mika did move very weird, and Angie suffered because of it. Priya also suffered because of it. Poor Priya. She really did. She was like, I look like a mug. And I was like, it's not a
I
great look.
I feel bad. She is shouting the house down, saying it's her sense of humor, being like, I have so many options, this, that. I'm a hot
Mhm.
commodity, da da da. I will say it definitely came off the wrong way because I think everybody had the same opinion of her, that seemed um not cute.
Mhm.
And it definitely came off that way to me. I did think that the Samraj thing was much worse than the Jasmine thing because I think that Priya seems mostly upset because it's a pile-on at this point. And also, I didn't realize that no one had said to her that Jordan had his eye on Jasmine first because the way she talked about it seemed like she did know. And
Yeah.
the way that they interacted. So for her to say that, I mean, not for her to say that, just to like hear that was kind of like, oh, yeah, that does suck, but it does feel like both people thought they were keeping you in the loop. It just sucks all the way around, but also when she was like, just for you and him to crack on, and Jasmine's like, we haven't done anything. And I was like, that's also true, though. They're not like going after a whole thing, having a conversation. And I do find it really weird that it was spoken about like Jasmine and Jordan are pursuing a whole thing when they're really not. At least from what we've seen, they haven't talked much aside from like here and there. I feel like the only time I saw her talk to him was right after Kavan came back with Charlene.
Mhm. Okay. I don't want to, because I did have things to say or points to bring up about Simba. So I'm gonna backtrack a little bit.
Oh,
Sorry
fair.
about that.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Um, what I want to say is that what I notice about Simba is that he's always looking for someone else to share the blame with.
Mm.
He can never
Oh,
take full on accountability
forgot about that.
for himself. This whole um
It takes two
sharing
to
the
tango.
blame with Mika. Well, he did it with Mika first. He was
Mm.
just like, Mika, I'm not the only one that was in that clip when it was Mika's turn. And then it was the two to tango thing with Mara being
Picked the
like,
wrong
well,
one. He picked the wrong one to
honestly,
say that too.
because she's like, what are you talking about? You brought me here, you embarrassed me, you put me in a triangle, and then you broke up with me essentially within 24 hours, which all of her feelings are very valid.
Hmm.
But don't don't say that it was her fault, basically, that you made the decisions that you made in Casa. Both Angie and her were on the same page of like, it's your decision to take the bait. And you chewed off more than you could swallow, basically. And now look at where you got yourself. He can never just be like, yeah, that was my bad. I did the most. I was disrespectful, yada, yada, yada. He always has to be like, but Mika too, but Mara too. It's like, no, babe. They have no idea what it is that you're doing when you're approaching them.
Yeah.
They're just trusting you at your word, and your
Yeah.
word is shit.
Your word is shit. And Mika did say, like, if I knew the way you were speaking to Angie or about Angie when it wasn't to my face, I wouldn't have gotten involved because you're leading her on. You're saying a
Mm-hmm.
whole other set of things. It wasn't fair, and I wouldn't have exacerbated the situation like that. Um, so yeah, because it seems she thought it was more casual between him and Angie, but he's been saying like, all I want is you, like no girl, even if they're in a situation where you're all supposed to get to know each other, would want to get involved if you're saying the kinds of things that you're saying, because then they're contributing to you like messing this person around in a certain way. And that's why people were
Exactly.
mad at what's her face on USA, because she was doing a similar thing where she's just going like, I just care about our connection, I'm focused on you, da, 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 when she's not. So Simba's doing the same thing. It was
Yeah,
very irritating, and he deserved to be fought with for sure. For sure.
exactly. I'm just waiting for him to go. Thank you. And to talk about the whole Jasmine thing. Her edit was called The Jasmine Diaries.
The
And
Princess Jasmine Diaries.
Princess
If
Jasmine Diaries. What pissed me off was that she got this edit that supported exactly what everybody was saying on the internet about her, about how she's been scheming and plotting and
yeah.
moving in a malicious intent. Listen, I thought all things were communicated to Priya. I felt like I didn't understand why Priya was that upset because Jasmine had told her word for word what she had said about the whole everyone's winning if
Yeah.
you bring Jordan into the villa.
Which they also didn't put that in, right?
No, they did. They literally played the conversation up between Priya and Jasmine being like, "It's a win for all of us."
Oh, but they cut it off in the middle. That was where it was right at the end of it.
And it
Because she
just
also said she said out loud that she told him it was mad if he didn't like Priya to do it.
in in the clips, or are you saying I
That
got
was cut off
confused?
because they were still talking. There was more to that conversation when she
Oh,
explained
okay.
that to Priya than what they played. They also cut off the conversation where Jasmine told Lorenzo that he just wanted her because he didn't have her, and that she thinks it should be just left in the past. They cut that off
Yeah, a
and
lot
didn't
of
play it.
things were, like you said, a lot of things were given out of context. This doesn't paint Jasmine in a great light at all because when you look at it again and you only play those specific things, it does look schemy. It does look
Hmm.
like shady. And I give that to the public. Like if you're only looking at those bits, but if you look through the conversations as wholes, if you looked at what she did say to Priya, which I guess maybe Priya forgot. I don't know because Priya's acting shocked right now that she is finding all of this information out.
Hmm.
I don't know. And then they also took Jordan's words out of context too because day one he was saying, yeah, I'm all about Jasmine. And then as time went on, he was like, no, I'll get to know Priya too because I think that's fair. Like maybe I shouldn't put all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and also I thought he said that to Priya, and Priya kept going, I know you're focused on Jasmine. I know Jasmine's your number one, whatever. And so that's the other reason
Exactly.
why I was like, for Priya being so upset. I was like, I could have sworn this played out a little different, but again, it's like the edit, maybe it seemed more clear, even though it wasn't. such and such, so and so. And again, I think Priya must be so upset, partially because there was so much information coming at her and
Yeah.
feeling disrespected. And because I think that was just like they got, added on into the pile on. And so that's part of why she was so upset. But also, Jasmine owned it. She's like, I'm sorry. Mika basically owned it. Samraj, man, he's really good with them words because just kind of left no room to be upset with him, which felt crazy.
It's that whole thing was a little awkward. Um
That
it
was
was more
painful.
it was more like it was painful to watch. It did seem very sneaky. It did seem very shady. I will say that. Yes, Mika should have probably relayed that Samraj was not feeling a certain way. On the other hand, maybe Mika felt like it wasn't her responsibility to break that news, which, hmm, I don't know. You probably should have been like how Priya said, like, you probably should have been like, maybe you should talk to Samraj because I don't know if he's necessarily conveying his real feelings for you. It could have been put in that way instead of having to be like, he told me he got the ick from you.
Yeah, but I also feel like a lot of the other clips didn't show who he was talking to otherwise with him. And there are a
Hmm.
bunch of people that should have said something to Priya. So, and most of them were boys. To be
That's
fair,
true.
to be
That
totally
is
fair,
true.
there were at least 3 boys who knew Samraj was getting the ick in some regard or felt some type of way about Priya, and not one of them said anything to her. And this is a place where everyone's supposed to be friends, and usually as soon as like some I was shocked he didn't get caught out on that like way before, because usually somebody is willing to repeat it to someone else,
Hmm.
you know? So those boys are
I'm
really riding for each other, I
surprised.
guess, but they're the worst. They're the worst people.
Oh, they truly are. And they're very broy of just even even Jasmine brought it up earlier in the episode about how Kevin just is listens to the boys and is influenced heavily by the rest of the boys. And it's just
Um,
like, ugh.
yeah. And just even and just the way they try to defend their stuff. Like, first of all, Simba was going after dragging Mara into the middle of it. Also, we didn't talk about this. Then he was like, respectfully, sis, this is about me and Angie. This is our conversation. And Mara was like, you literally dragged me into the middle of the conversation. So
Hmm.
let's not act like that. Um, and also when Simba went, I have game though, while watching his clips, sir, goodbye. Sent him to the sun. Um, and then the whole Kevin, Jasmine, Lorenzo, Yasmin thing, I felt like Yasmin had the most right to be upset because Lorenzo was the one who did feel like he was sticking it on more often. He's the one who brought up, "Don't you think we should be a thing?" Jasmine shut it down, and Lorenzo was also saying like, "Oh, that's like a thing. I'm not going to go there," but he was willing to go there. So, and
Hmm.
also that he said he was thinking about Jasmine in Casa Amor when he's not even a couple with her.
Yeah, I did feel the uh most bad for Yasmin.
Hmm.
I lost my train of thought. I'm gonna get it back.
Go
But
chase that train.
I'm gonna go chase that train. Oh, the whole 20%, they did only show the flirty bits
Yeah.
between Lorenzo and Jasmine. Let's just make that very clear. And I think Jasmine's responses get taken out of context because what seems like, oh, you shouldn't really say that. She's just joking, right? Like, she's just playing around. She's just like, yeah, let's just run it back. She doesn't actually mean that.
No.
It's just playful banter.
Right. And that's why I was saying some of it didn't even feel like flirty to me. Like the fact that like, oh yeah, let's just run it back. It felt like just a joke. If there's any flirt coming through that. It feels like it's just like their energy, like that they do have some energy together, not that it's actual. You know what I mean? Because also, like,
Mhm.
just for reference, the last time a group of people went away to the other house for 2 days or whatever, or a day, to go spend time with a bunch of bombshells, in the most recent last season was in All Stars, and while they were away at, I think it was Villa USA is what they were calling it at the time because it was all American bombshells,
Mhm.
two people that were in a couple were removed from their situation and came back to find out that their partner had gone and started a whole thing with someone else the second they were gone, basically.
Oh, you're talking about Lucinda and
And Sean.
Sean and Belle and okay.
Yeah, so those people got taken to Villa USA, and then Lucinda and Sean started something while they were gone. And so I
Right.
feel like it should be evident by the fact that when they're sitting around joking about getting together, and even when they're not there, you'd think that when they weren't there, if you were so worried about Jasmine and Lorenzo, that they would have started or done something if they wanted to while the two of them were gone. They didn't
Mhm.
even go into the hideaway, which, by the way, the hideaway is getting like no action this season
I know, not
compared
even
to the
Lola and
last two.
Fitz.
Um, so, well, they don't send couples in there anymore. You only go in there if you're not a couple, like permanently now.
Oh,
They don't even
gotcha.
send
Okay.
couples in there. So it's just very interesting to me that it wasn't pointed out that, yes, that's a conversation we had while you were gone, and it had nothing to do with this. And also, Jasmine did like bring it up to him as
Mhm.
soon as he got back. So it's like, I feel like she's been moving trustworthy to me. I think a lot of people like really put so much weight on her and Lorenzo's thing because they ship it, not necessarily because it's actually what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
I made a whole lot extra out of stuff she did with Samraj than what it really was, apparently,
Mhm.
just saying, because obviously they don't want each other, or else they would have gotten each other by now. Um, but Kevin trying to say that Jasmine's Casa Amor experience was exactly the same as his, except she didn't kiss anyone, was wild.
Insane.
Wild.
Insane.
Just,
She had not even an emotional connection with someone. You know what I'm saying? Even if she had an emotional connection, maybe you could say, but even then, I'm just like, you have no leg to stand on, truly. Don't say that your experience was the same as hers because she, and this is kind of touching on um what's going to happen in the next episode because his stuff is going to be revealed, like his Casa Amor behavior is going to be revealed in the next movie night
she'll
where
hopefully
all
also
that
the other Villa stuff, the slumber party stuff.
hopefully because it's like she she just made it clear to Jordan, yes, you would be my type on the outside, whatever. What they didn't show was how many times she mentioned Kevin and how many times she brought up Kevin and how many times the whole I don't want to um be disrespectful, and I would love for Kevin to actually see me talking to Jordan so that he knows and can see like nothing's happening.
Yeah. And he did, and
Was
so
taken out of
somehow take
context
it.
too.
He somehow took it absolutely crazy because it was like having it all edited back to back that way, and also just like removing beginnings and ends of those statements. Because really, she was like, I would way prefer that he was here, seeing what
Mm-hmm.
I was saying and doing, and like, I don't want to do anything with you when he's not here, and I can't be transparent and open with him, blah, blah, blah. But I'm also not going to bring you back just for that. And they
Exactly.
also didn't bother using the clip of her saying, I don't want Jordan. Because she
Uh,
had said that. They said, just bring Jordan back now that you know about the photo, blah, blah, blah. And then she said, but I don't want Jordan.
yeah, she's like, I don't do that tit for tat thing.
Yeah.
That's not who she is.
I'm shocked that they showed Ellie crying and saying how obsessed she is with Finn, but they didn't show Jasmine crying over the Kavan thing, over the photo, or crying saying she wished her sister was here. Like, they didn't show any of Jasmine's vulnerable moments about Kavan at all, so it just sucks.
Maybe they will after they show him and how he moved, you know?
Yeah. I
Because
don't
they did
know.
that with Zach and Kata, where they showed Zach and then they showed Kata being all emotional because of the postcard from USA.
Yeah, maybe. I really feel
That
like.
whole
I'm sorry, what?
sorry, I was not done.
Ugh,
Just the whole Ellie clip was just very sweet. It was like a nice little palate cleanser just to see her and
truly.
Finley be cute and be like, it's he, he sometimes gives off like no one's really spoken about him in that manner,
Mm,
and just seeing him get emotional, I'm like, oh, it's okay. You're
they're
actually
cute.
nice.
They're very cute. Um, yeah, is there anything that we missed? Any clips and stuff that we missed that got talked about? I feel like we went over pretty much all of it. I wish there was more to say about Samraj, but he really just kind of got that shit shut down and was like, yeah, I'm sorry, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The end.
Yeah, I think we touched on everything that was relevant. Oh, there was something that I wanted to talk about, but I think I just forgot it.
No! Chase that train, baby.
I'm tired of chasing. Tired of this, Grandpa. That's too dang bad. I hope you liked that, everyone.
I don't know what's going on.
You
I'm
didn't know, you
afraid.
don't, oh my gosh. If you don't, please, if you understand that reference, leave us a comment.
You
Because it
did
seems
get
like
a
some of,
comment that you were understood on your Uptown Girls reference, but
yes.
I don't remember an Uptown Girls reference at all.
Really? It was well, I'm gonna do it again. It was the part where the Dakota Fanning's like, take a look around. Do you see her anywhere? News flash. You're not gonna. And I said
Oh.
that in the last episode. I was like, take a look around.
No, yeah. It's when she's like, your mom hired me. And she's like, and?
And she ain't your boss, I am.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Did that help you trigger your memory of the last thing you wanted to talk about?
Absolutely not.
Ooh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, well, I just wanted to say either.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you remembered?
I had to stop myself.
Oh, from singing.
Yes. I'm just
I
silly
just
at this point.
you're
Sorry,
just
go
silly
ahead.
now. I did want to say that the producers either low-key someone in the production team loves Jasmine and is trying to get her away from Kavan at all costs,
Mm-hmm.
or hates her and just wants to break them up. Because I'm like, I can't tell which it is anymore, because I'm like, either they're trying to protect her from him and just go ahead and put the nail in the coffin, or they just hate her. Like, they really have it out for this girl.
Yes.
I cannot figure it out. Like, this is
Yes.
one of the few times that it's been like so obvious that they're gonna just like try and make someone look bad as often as they possibly can.
Yeah, I don't know the angle either. I actually had that thought last night too. Of like, what are they trying to do here? Are they really trying to, do they love her or do they hate her? I
Yeah.
can't tell.
And then, oh yeah, they showed the spitting clip also. And then
That's what it is. That's what I wanted to talk about. Sorry.
we did it. We did it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sorry. This that part was one of those scenarios where if you watch Game Changer and you know the part of Sam Says where he's like, "Okay, tell me like how to edit this bit." I would have wanted it like the what is his name? Jacob Wysocki of it all. Like,
Oh,
yes.
I thought you were still talking about These references have gotten so deep cut just now. I thought you were saying
Sorry.
about how the spit challenge should have been edited. Not spit challenge, but like how he spit in her mouth should have been edited. But now
No.
you're talking about you. Okay, oh my god, I was
Yes.
so confused. I was like, what the fuck?
Like,
Um,
girl, go to sleep.
I think she was just saying that she wanted to. I think Mimi here was just saying that if we could edit it a certain way, what just happened, she would like to have gone Super Saiyan with how excited she was that she remembered her thing, and we got to it in a really roundabout way. And I'm so sorry. I hope you're still with us. Anyway, now she's crying. Now she's crying. Oh my god. What we were talking about was they replayed the clip of Tommy spitting in Jasmine's mouth and that it happened exactly the way Jasmine said and that it was blown so out of proportion. And then Kevin went, well, they're just invalid. They're just saying my feelings aren't valid. And if I did that to them, they'd roast me alive.
And,
This
it's
man.
just all the girls were like, "Don't you see that that wasn't serious? Can you just admit that you blew it out of proportion?" It'd be different if only Jasmine was like, "You see how you blew it out of proportion?" But no, everyone was like, all the girls were like, "This is you're doing the most."
Yeah.
And he still was like, "No, my feelings are valid. My feelings are valid." And this is where Fitzy pissed me off. Like, well, I think everyone's feelings are valid. Shut up.
One of the few good things he said this whole time of even trying to say it. And I was like, because it did read like he was trying to like just be looked at well from that. You know what I mean? Like he'd been in trouble
Well,
earlier, so now he's like, I'm on everybody's side. And it's like, came off weird. Came off weird.
it did. It did because it didn't seem like he was on everyone's side. My thing is like, yes, your feelings are valid within reason.
Yeah.
That just doesn't feel legitimate to me. You clearly saw her and you're laughing and you're smiling and you're watching this clip and you still are like, "No, I'm right, you're wrong."
There's a middle ground there where you can be like, yeah, like, look, I was really upset that day. Looking back at it, it wasn't as big of a deal. But, like, I don't think that I should have to apologize for being upset because I care. But looking back now, I can say whatever. Something. I don't know. There's
Right.
just middle ground there instead of just like being like, no, I was upset, so I should have been upset, and I was upset because I was upset in the end. Like, nah.
I know. I'm over it. I'm over Kevin and Aiden. I really am. I'm just and the Simba whole thing. I'm just over it all.
And that's the tea.
And that's the tea.
Girl. Someone did say in the same one that was about not being able to hear noises and such, um, also said that also hates Aiden, but he has to stay for his ridiculousness, which I'm like, fine, but Simba needs to go.
Someone's got to go.
Somebody
Someone
gotta go.
problematic has to go.
Um, then Gabriella commented again, and that was about the Uptown Girls reference. And then she asked if we saw any of the debrief episodes from the big three that are like the official Love Island podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched a handful. Do you watch them? Or do you just watch clips
I
even?
I just see the clips.
Yeah.
I don't watch the whole thing.
I try to avoid watching them before we record, just
Mm-hmm.
because they get their podcast out so fast. Because the one time I watched it before, I felt like I just ended up like echoing a lot of things and just like
Right.
going based off of like those points were like stuck in my brain. And so then I was like, okay, I need to like avoid watching any of this until we've recorded our episode in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can go listen to what they think because I just don't want it to like muddy like our separateness and just be like, if anyone watches back to back, they're like, this sounded very similar.
Right.
So that's how I feel about the debrief episodes. Um, I do think I've seen some of the comments in clips from Shakira about Jasmine. I do find it really weird because Shakira definitely moved a bit odd, even though she was great. I had assumed that the UK public hated Shakira, and then finding out more and more that they loved her last summer season, I did think it was strange that Shakira, especially also, I don't know, just Shakira is actually a lot more aggro than Jasmine is, and so Shakira saying that Jasmine is very aggro is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Shakira did a lot more yelling and ranting and raving on her season, but she's also younger than Jasmine, so I'm 99.9% sure. So that's like a whole thing that I found odd, but I do feel like Shakira's on Jasmine's neck.
Yes, that seems to be the consensus all around of um for people that do watch the debrief episodes. They don't understand Shakira is so why she speaks so negatively on Jasmine.
Well, they say that the things you dislike most about other people are really things you dislike about yourself, so
Oh,
just
that's some
throwing it out there, maybe that has a little something to do with it.
maybe a little tea, little shade thrown there.
Um then Gabriella, I'm sorry, you must be so disappointed also because you said, I can't see how these producers can keep trying to give Jazz a bad edit after this movie night, and if they do, I'll fight. And this comment was from before movie night. I'm so sorry. They are really driving it home. Like, they are
Yes.
left as much context out as humanly possible. We'll see how much more gets shown of the rest of this movie night. I hope that she gets a little, like, some little redeeming moment, because I've never seen them so unwilling to prove what people said or back it up, because I really would have thought they would have played the clip of Jasmine telling Lorenzo that he just wants her because he can't have her and that she thinks it should be left to the past um
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the flirting. Anyway, and
Well,
yeah,
I do fear she will be very emotional next. I mean, we got shown that she was going to be crying about whatever clips are going to be shown about Kevin. I
yeah,
just I just get confused. If you don't think she cares about him, I don't understand how you would think that. When
yeah,
clearly she's so passionate about the way that one that she spoke about him, two she always kept fighting for him. She's right on that.
yeah,
And three, she's still kind of left the door open even though she said, that's not your decision to make or whatever.
yeah.
I just
He's who she wants.
exactly. And any girl who literally didn't care would not be crying while she's watching the person that she really likes do things in Casa Amor. So
Yeah,
I know my heart is going to break for her because I feel like she kind of got a lot
yeah.
on her plate from movie night.
I definitely, of all the Islanders, I worry about her and Priya the most, about their like mental health at this point. Um,
Yeah.
Not as much as I worry about some people in USA that I really think should have just been sent home a while ago because they couldn't handle it. Um, I just hope that when Jasmine comes out, she can focus on the love over the people that followed the producer's narrative, because it does. From when I was looking, it looks like she's the person who's gained the most followers during this, which usually is like a decent sign of like who's voting for you, etc. Like who is like on your side.
Mm-hmm.
Um so the fact that I think she's gained like over 100,000, I want to say, or something like that, which nobody else really seems to. No one else is at like the number. She already had more numbers than other people in the first place, but nobody seems to have like gained that much as she has. Um,
Mm-hmm.
in the past, it used to be more exact. Like, I literally used to be able to, like, go through everyone's Instagram followers and then see, like, guess who was going to be voted favorite girl or whatever, or be like, these people are safe, and it was totally true. But I think Jasmine's going to come out of this being the next Molly May of Love Island. I really do. I think that she's so smart. I think that she's so talented. And I just, like, I even jumped in her comments the other day because it just felt like she was getting so much hate, and, like, everywhere I turned, it was like, hate comments, hate comments, hate comments. And I just, like, wanted to, like, be nice for 1 second, because, like, that's kind of the thing, right? Is that all the haters are ready to, like, go to war for hating somebody, and then,
Yeah.
like, the people that love them aren't necessarily as vocal because they're just like, we love her at the end, like, we don't have to worry about it. So I feel that for her, people really seem to come around on Priya. I really like Priya, so I hope that Priya also comes out and is, like, focused more on the love she's gotten and for how she's handled herself. But dang, the producers are on Jasmine's neck. And I feel
Truly.
for her because other girls aren't crying at movie night. She's crying at movie night. She really feels some type of way.
Oh yeah. That moment when Angie was like, don't,
Yeah.
don't, don't.
And Kevin had
I
the
could
nerve to be
feel it.
like, what's going on over there? Your prick is what's going on over there. So shut the fuck up.
Jasmine is strong. If you don't think Jasmine is strong, she sucked those tears right back in. I
She
would
did.
not have been able to. Those tears would be streaming down my face.
Yeah. Oh, girl. Um, I can't even really make accurate predictions because we don't know what else is going to happen. Like, we just saw that she's going to be upset. They're going to show the comment of Kevin saying, where have you been for the last 4 weeks? Which, again, you kind of see where Charlene's coming from, of how it seemed like it was nothing because he acted like
Right.
it was all nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can't even bother with prediction. I just hope people get yelled at that deserve to get yelled at, and I hope that Priya, Jasmine, and Mika have a talk.
Yes.
And
I hope
I
they
hope,
make up.
yeah, I hope that they make up for the sake of everyone's whatever. But I don't know, man. Thanks to everyone who sent in comments and such, even those who were not agreeing, like, vibes. We love to hear it. Love to know what we should address in the next episodes. Mimi, where can you find us if you want to leave comments besides in the Spotify comment section or leaving an Apple review? If you want to get
You
socials.
you can find us on Instagram or TikTok at Love Island Tea Time. And if you feel like following us on X, you can find us at capital LI Tea Time Pod.
Mm-hmm. 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 Repost. I try to just repost all the good tweets for you to see so you don't have to scroll through X, Twitter,
Right.
formerly known as
Right.
Twitter. But yeah, this has been a juicy beginning to movie night, and I feel like the end is actually going to be more entertaining than the beginning was. And thank you so much for listening. I'm a little wacky. I'm going back to bed after this. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Same. I
But
mean, I
yeah.
had a whole moment, but yeah.
But you will hear from us tomorrow after we have taken more naps. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.